Hey guys, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. Here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I might say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them. I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. My books are always open. All right, excuse me. So I'm doing it again. I just sat down at my desk, started throwing some cards, kind of wanted to tap into the energy and see what was going on. Really interesting energy here. You could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign. In the current energy, I do feel like I'm talking to somebody here who has done their healing work, healed themselves, particularly if, we've all suffered from a broken heart at some point, but this energy definitely feels like someone did a lot of work in order to not just mend, but to like truly heal all the way, heal the triggers, heal the wounds, right? And in that healing, someone here has experienced a transformation. A transformation and growth. During this transformation and growth, someone may have been in isolation. I heard hidden away. So maybe somebody ducked out away from, their friends, family group, or whatever, in order to kind of recalibrate their lives. We've got the balance card out here, juggling too many things at once. Somebody needed to find some time for themselves, which is the reason why they may have needed to isolate. But in that isolation, somebody found some growth. What I found really interesting was the dilemma section and the lesson section. I feel as though there is someone, I am getting a masculine energy again, doesn't have to be a man, but I'm getting a strong masculine energy here who I feel as though, because I'm getting this, I have a lot of energy on the board about balance and staying in balance. It might be a little difficult. There could be somebody here that may be struggling with, I don't want to say depression because I don't really have that out here, but what it feels like if somebody has a lot going on, like, you've got a lot going on with your mundane life, your work life, your home life, or whatever, and this person is also attempting to try to heal certain core wounds that have maybe been incredibly debilitating throughout their life, right? I am getting the sense that somebody here is maybe withholding, or not withholding, but like pulling back certain emotions. Maybe this person maybe operated with a very, trusting, loving heart. But what I'm getting is this energy is more of a pulled back energy. It's just kind of like, I'm gonna hold off on, giving, love and emotion and affection to either somebody specific or just, I'm not going to just be throwing it out there to people. There may also be someone here who may be struggling with a move, needing to move, or needing to relocate. But I do feel that a move may be beneficial for someone in order to get them back into realignment with their purpose, okay? Now, part of the lesson, I do feel like there has been some indecision, and I think it has something to do with this move or the movement away from a situation. If they were in a relationship or in a marriage, I feel as though I heard the sun is setting. So, and it's interesting because this particular card, it's called ceremony, but if you see like the sun is setting, there's no flames on either of these candles. It's kind of like this thing has been, whatever relationship that may have been, it's kind of seeing its last days. I have achievement in the reverse, so that could feel like a failed marriage and somebody, or a failed relationship. And part of the lesson was, because I do feel like within this connection. There may have been some financial constraints. And I do feel like somebody's been kind of like in denial, not really wanting to accept the situation as it's been. Even in denial that maybe something didn't quite work out. But I also feel this is kind of a piggyback message from yesterday or even the previous last couple of days where, you know, I've mentioned, because it keeps coming out, there is certain like certain abundance that's being withheld or delayed because of, you know, the ties that, you know, people are still continuing to hold on to. And that's kind of what this looks like. I feel like somebody here may be afraid of expanding beyond the situation. And literally, you've got really good cards out here with manifest, tell the universe exactly what you want. And yes, luck is on your side. You've got an opportunity here to expand. But I feel like the lesson for somebody here was to finally make the decision to walk away from this relationship that is kind of just fizzled out, in order to reverse the effects of, you know, the financial woes that they may be experiencing. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. All right, so let's jump in, see what else we got. Now, I don't know about you guys. It's funny, the last reading that I posted yesterday, I almost wasn't going to post it. And the only reason why I did was because I happened across another reader who told a very, very similar story about someone coming in, like basically someone coming in to disturb your peace. And I was kind of like, okay, that's literally what I was talking about. And then this morning, I stumble, and literally when I say stumble, I'm stumbling across readers that I've never heard, I've never seen before. I don't know who these people are. They just popped up in my feed, and I came across like 2 readings this morning that were talking about the same thing, about energy that's approaching, energy that you've already kind of rejected and pushed to the side. And there are people coming back or wanting to return. 1, because they notice your absence. 2, because they want to know what the hell you're doing. And 3, because they want to disturb your peace. Okay, so be very, very mindful about what and who you entertain in these coming weeks, okay? Plus, I'm also aware, too, that... excuse me. Excuse me. Somebody doesn't want me to talk. I also realized, too, that in some instances, I actually experience some things weeks sometimes before it hits the collective. I also feel as though time is kind of speeding up, just because I was so surprised that the reading that I did had actually already taken place. Like I was talking about it, but what I was talking about had already happened. Like I've already started to see evidence of it. So for me, that's kind of wild, simply because I know that the energy of my readings usually reaches out. So the fact that it was like already happening, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. Freaked me out a little bit, but you know, neither here nor there. Let's jump in, see what we're talking about here. Who are we talking about? Well, damn. Like I said, I love how tarot cards always kind of match the oracles that come out first. I literally see somebody here making a decision to walk away from an unrequited love situation. And and again, it feels like it comes with a heavy heart. This is not a decision, you know, that someone made very lightly. It wasn't something that came across very easily, but it feels like what they're walking away from is a relationship that had been, you know, cultivated over a long period of time. something that, actually had legs. It had a foundation to it. But whatever someone got out of this relationship, it was not their wish fulfillment. This was not what they wanted. It wasn't what they were expecting. Somebody was looking to, kind of live this happily ever after situation, and that's not really what they got. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. So, I feel like, and it's funny because I heard, like, take the bulls by the horn. It feels like with the decision that this person made, whoever I'm talking to or talking about, is making a choice to move towards something new, a new opportunity, whether this is hell, this could even be a job. This could be like somebody walking away from a job that they hate. Doesn't have to be, it could literally be a relationship. But I feel like there's a new opportunity that's coming. I also feel like there was somebody here who may have been confused, for lack of a better word, but maybe they just, this person prior to their departure, or the decision to make the departure, was really confused about the direction to go in. Like, somebody wanted more for themselves and really started to feel like what it was that they wanted, because it wasn't present in front of them, I need to go out and seek what it is that I'm looking for that is going to make me happy. And I think for a time somebody may have even, I heard, lied to themselves. Denials. I'm looking at this denial card. I feel like somebody may have kind of like, lied to themselves and tried to, I heard, fake the funk, tried to pretend that they were in a really good space, and somebody had to kind of remove a certain level of emotion from the situation based on the duration or the length of the relationship. Like, somebody here this is a relationship that had been literally cultivated over a long period of time. This could be like, 10 months ain't a long time for me, but 10 years or more. And I feel like somebody here had to really muster up a lot of courage and strength to make this decision and kind of get out of their head about it. I do definitely see where somebody here was kind of stuck in a way where it's kind of like, because they were looking back at the longevity of what this relationship represented to them, what they had cultivated. And I really feel like at the crux of this, somebody had to really be honest with themselves about how they felt and what it was that they wanted. But I think it first started with the realization that somebody wasn't happy and they were feeling very trapped by certain decisions that they had made. Ooh. Wow. So what I do like is that, and I say this, I've said this before, like, in order for healing to take place in certain situations, there has to be some distance. And I do feel as though by someone making a choice to walk away from something, does allow, I'm like looking at the way the cards are crossing, it's allowing somebody the opportunity to kind of heal and focus on themselves versus focus on whatever this was that they were dealing with. I kind of feel too, again, because somebody had to, kind of build up the courage to make certain moves. I kind of feel like whoever this is that made this decision, it's almost like they didn't have enough confidence in themselves that they would actually go through with it. I'm definitely seeing how at the base of the the decision. Not only is the decision and desire to want to, engage in something new, but also the realization that the person that they've been dealing with isn't a team player and they cannot really work together to build, right? Which is interesting because I've got the Three of Pentacles on one side that's in the reverse and the Empress on the other side. In the reverse, it kind of feels like choosing, like literally choosing to walk away from something because you don't see any growth and abundance in it. No longer being confused about that fact. Like literally at some point, somebody here was just, kind of sitting on, I heard sitting on history. It's almost like somebody here was like really kind of tied to the history of the relationship. Not so much the person, but the history involved in creating the relationship. But I think it's taken some time for somebody to recognize that they weren't necessarily perceiving the connection in the proper way, because this person is not a team player. I also get the energy too that this person, whoever this person was dealing with, may have even been, somebody like trying to manipulate their judgment. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. So I also feel like whoever this person is who is walking away from their current situation, I feel as though this person is also experiencing, I heard buyer's remorse, but that's not what I'm getting off of this. It kind of feels like somebody made a poor choice and now it's kind of like them kicking themselves, in the back end, like kind of like kicking themselves for having made, a bad choice. And really, those things can be corrected. Somebody made a bad choice. Somebody here may have had, I'm seeing so much right now. Somebody here may have had a bunch of different options to choose from. They made a choice, and I believe that the choice that they made had also a lot to do with some type of financial security. Whether the person that they were dealing with was, super financial secure, or they were super. I do feel like somebody here had been, financially secure at one point, which is interesting because I'm looking at these cards and it kind of feels like this section over here. It's like once somebody makes a decision to kind of walk away from this failure of a relationship, there is a change of circumstance with the Wheel of Fortune here and the King of Pentacles. So it kind of feels like if somebody here is upside down financially, it's simply by extracting themselves from a relationship that they're not even really into anymore. They're not in alignment with it anymore. That their finances go back on an upswing. Now, I also feel as though there's somebody here who, I kind of feel like somebody experienced a tower moment when it occurred to them, maybe, that there really wasn't anything here to build upon. I hope that makes sense. And it may have even been like more of a tower moment too, the realization that in all honesty, they weren't really happy where they were or where they are. I don't know if this person has actually left yet, but somebody here hadn't been very happy. I do feel like somebody is emotionally withdrawn. Maybe has become very, cold to the situation, really only focusing, at this point now, they've kind of redirected their attention from, dealing with a relationship that they're not happy with to like focusing more back onto their stability. I am kind of getting the energy too that somebody here could have been manipulating the truth a little bit, bending the truth. I don't really know what that means, but that's what I heard. I also feel as though there may have been somebody here who came in with some very harsh words. I kind of feel like it's this person who's walking away. It almost feels like not only are they making their exit, but they're also talking shit while they're doing it. The tower moment literally could be for both parties. But again, I do feel like with the distance, you know, the realization that something is not working and it doesn't work together, that in itself, that realization, that in itself is a tower moment. The other tower moment is like not just coming to that realization, but also whatever it took this person to pull back their energy, to retract completely. I do get this sense that this person is really worried, though. They're worried. Worried, I don't know about what. I think it's more worried about the decisions that they had made. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I see it now. So, somebody here, again, like I said, somebody here had a bunch of different options, you know. Somebody here had a bunch of different options. They chose the wrong option, or they chose an option that didn't quite work out the way that they had expected it to. They thought that by choosing this, it would put them in a more financially stable situation. But, like I said, they made this choice. Now they got to walk away from it because it turned out to not be their wish fulfillment. It's not what they wanted. And now I kind of feel like because this person made this choice, like say they had a bunch of different options and they should have chose this other person, I think the concern is like, oh shit, I chose the wrong one. Is it too late for me to go back and get a do-over? That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Whoop. Well, that would be a no. Yeah. So somebody made a wrong choice, right? Somebody made a wrong choice. And the reason why, and I won't say it's the reason why, but I feel like somebody didn't realize the value of what they had in front of them. So if they had a bunch of different options, okay, I'm going to tell you what I see. I feel like somebody had options. Let's go back there because I'm seeing how it's all connecting. Because really, the choice that they made, it stressed them the hell out. And again, it didn't give them what they wanted. I keep seeing 10. I'm like looking at all the cups here that are all in reverse, all equaling 10. 10 of cups in the reverse. None of this, whatever they chose, the way they chose it, none of it went the way that they expected it to. And I'm also seeing too, it's like somebody didn't see the value of what they already, like what they had. So if they had something valuable in this hand, it wasn't shiny enough, and they went after this over here because it was a little shinier. Okay. And now they feel weighed down by this burden because they want to circle back. They want to circle back. They want to come out of conflict, especially if there has been some conflict. However, I don't see the energy here supporting any kind of reconciliation, spinning the block, all that. I don't see that happening. I don't see that being available to somebody. Yeah, let's go for a different deck. I don't see that. I kind of also feel like somebody here, it's kind of like I heard it's karma. This is a karmic card, and it feels like karma for the fact that they made that choice. They made the wrong choice, so they got to deal with whatever whatever the fallout is behind it. They don't, and they're having a real hard time. Like, they're having a hard time. They want to come back. Ooh. Somebody wants to communicate. Somebody wants to communicate. But they may feel very insecure or shy about reaching out. It's because the cycle has already been closed. A door has already been shut. And I feel like this person wants to come back in. They want to come back in to try to establish, number one, they want to open up lines of communication. I feel like somebody here wants to, come back in to offer, let's try again. Ooh, this is a lot. Somebody wants to come back in and try again, but they may not have a lot to offer. They may not have a lot to offer. Somebody here may be struggling financially. And really it has a lot to do with, some reckless actions that they had taken in the past. This person is definitely not balanced. This person also could have been dealing with a lot of infidelity, whether on their part or the part of the person that they were with. And I feel like what would make them happy is for them to have a successful opportunity to try to make this pitch to come back in and reestablish, some type of connection with you, collective, because that would definitely make them happy. I do feel as though somebody here may be looking you up. But I am getting the energy, so it's kind of like this is in steps. So somebody here, they're healing, they're realizing maybe that they deserve more than what they've been getting. They're not very happy where they are. So somebody, musters up all this courage to kind of move away from their current situation. However, what they want to do is they want to circle back and go back to something that they may have left on the table, right? The problem is they had to muster up all this courage to walk away from situation A, but now they got to rebuild that same amount of courage to come in and pitch to relationship B, because relationship B has already been closed out. There's somebody here who's very stressed and maybe perhaps very restless about wanting to kind of find a resolution to whatever the conflict may have been between you. Yeah, this person doesn't have any more fight in them. They literally don't want to fight. But they also recognize that there's a stalemate. There's definitely a stalemate here between you. But this person is determined. Unfortunately, it feels like a missed opportunity. Yeah, there's a missed opportunity here. And you're still going to walk away from this. It's interesting. It kind of feels like, yeah. So it's like, what I have here is somebody who, and we love it. We love it. We love the healing. We love the transformation. We love the fact that somebody has taken the time to heal themselves and, do what they got to do to, make the moves that they need to make, right? However, this person wants to come back. If my collective is the side that was left behind because somebody chose something else shinier and prettier and that was more glittery, all that glitters isn't gold. And so I do feel like when this person circles back, while it is going to take a lot of courage and all that to try to come back, they've already missed the opportunity because of the choices that they had made. And unfortunately, there is going to be some disappointment here. Somebody is not going to be very happy. It is what it is. fatigue. But somebody definitely here is battle fatigue. They've been through a lot. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Family or past connection. Could also be dealing with an Aries. Sagittarius. Gemini. Grab one more. Somebody born year of the pig, 1947, 59, 71, 83, 95, 2007, may have children born in 2019. Let's grab the dice. Go. Woo. All right. Uh-oh. Okay. I got South Node out here twice. I have 11th house, 7th house, Aries, Gemini, Mercury. So somebody's Mercury could be in Aries, somebody's Mercury could be in Gemini or Aquarius. You could be in Aries, could be a Gemini or an Aquarius. Those signs could be in your 11th or 7th house, or it could be your South Node or 4th house. Okay, let's grab some index cards and then we'll wrap. Somebody's mask is falling off. They can't hide anymore. Archangel Gabriel. Communication may be coming in. Archangel Gabriel might be assisting somebody. No harm shall come to you. You have spiritual protection from Archangel Michael. Somebody is seeing things, but they're seeing things as they are, but refusing to let go. That's been a struggle for somebody. They maybe were disillusioned for a long while and really just didn't want to admit to themselves that things are exactly the way that they were perceiving them. They were really hoping that how they were feeling wasn't really true, but the fact that they're not very happy, they weren't or haven't been very happy where they are and really have a desire to be somewhere else. That's a very telling sign. Somebody's no longer afraid. All right. All right. Somebody's sacral chakra here could be effective. Yeah, like there's somebody here who definitely dealing with some, and also I'm getting root chakra, but somebody also here is like having some issues or had been having issues with confidence. Okay. I do feel as though that in some areas, somebody's confidence here is starting to soar. Somebody thought they could get away with it. Somebody is angered by someone else walking away. Somebody here could be using word magic. There's karmic debt here on the board. End game, a cycle is over. Somebody is grieving the loss of you and afraid to get caught. There may be some stolen inheritance. Somebody could be affecting somebody's first house, their self-image, how you see yourself and how others see you. Somebody here may be a racist or dealing with racist tendencies. Somebody perhaps could be ill and illness is part of their karma. Somebody may be going through a spiritual awakening. Somebody may be using children. Again, Aries. Aries could be significant. Somebody has strong boundaries. There's third-party situation out here. Somebody's been warned to stop. There's the truth. Then we have a frenemy out here who low-key hates you. And there may be a stepmother involved. There may be abusive patterns and an older woman. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate it to those who need the message the most. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information is in the description box below, and I welcome you to join me for a session. My books are always open, all right? I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Supposed to be raining this weekend in Southern California. So if you're here in California with me, stay dry. And if it's raining anywhere else, stay dry, stay warm. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care. Bye.